Oh my gosh. This diary from 1901 is shocking. This diary is the most mysterious, beautiful, romantic thing I have ever seen in my entire life. So you would think by the contents of this diary that this was written by Jane Austen, but really it was written by a 17-year-old girl in 1901. It's mainly filled with entries, poems, and letters about a boy who she was in love with, madly in love with. And their story is a straight up movie waiting to happen. Remember that this diary was written just as the Gilded Age was ending and the Progressive Era was beginning. At the time she was writing this diary, the boy who she was in love with was heading cross-country to go teach for the next 7 years. There's construction happening right now. All right, we're just gonna go with it. They both decide that nothing can happen as they are living at opposite ends of the country, but that if in 7 years, when he does come back and he still loves her, then they'll get married. She says, I shall go with other fellows, and he with other girls, still being true to each other. In my heart and soul there is a love like unto nothing I have ever known, the inspiration for all my future life. We are not betrothed, just this little understanding that if in 7 years he still cares for me and we have proven ourselves worthy of each other, then he may come for his love. Throughout their time apart, she wrote him the most movie-esque, romantic letters I've ever seen in my entire life. Here's a saucy passage for reference. My will, mind, and heart have so blended with yours that I know not which is which. It really seems to my heart as if our souls were tuned to one another, for you have, with a true and understanding love, looked into the very depths of my soul. Your hand has laid on my heartstrings, thereby drawing forth a chord of purest music. So you're probably wondering, did he ever come back? Did they get married? What happened? After heaps of research, I found out that they did get married and they had 6 children in the span of 13 years. However, by this time, World War I was just around the corner and her love was drafted. So he was about to leave his wife and children behind. He went off to fight in World War I and did survive. Now, a lot happened in between World War I and the time that they both passed away. However, we don't have time to talk about that in 3 minutes. But there is a mystery that we need to solve. So this entire family lived in New York all of their lives. But at the time of her passing in her 60s, she was in Georgia. And she passed away at a private hospital 20 years before the love of her life. Why was she in Georgia at the time of her death, away from all of her family? She had 13 grandchildren. So I reached out to a few descendants and I'm just waiting to hear back. I can't wait to hear their reactions.